Welcome to the Tourism News Wrap. My name is Jason Amu. Coming up, Ghana launches app to improve knowledge of tourism stakeholders. Eswatini unveils health protocols for the tourism sector. Red Rocks Initiative diversifies to support women, and Solidarity Fund to support South African Chefs Initiative. Ghana's Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has outlawed an interactive digital learning platform designed to improve the knowledge of tour guides, tour operators, and others within the tourism value chain. The digital platform, named Ghana Guru Digital, is an additional resource to equip and empower all stakeholders to promote Ghana as a preferred tourism destination in Africa and the world at large. Speaking at the launch of the application, the Sector Minister Barbara Otin-Jesse said the platform will extend the marketing reach and sustain interest in the destination to guarantee a full rebound post-COVID-19.
At the end of the course, participants can take a quiz and receive a certificate upon successful completion of the course. This platform will also be a resource for tour guides, tour operators, and other stakeholders to update their knowledge of Ghana. We are all witnesses to the impact of COVID-19.
The Kingdom of Eswatini has published its official tourism COVID-19 health and safety guidelines as part of a process to help relaunch the country's tourism industry. The guidelines, endorsed by WHO, have been put together in recent weeks by the Eswatini Tourism Authority and Ministry of Tourism and Environmental Affairs in partnership with the Hospitality and Tourism Association of Eswatini. Speaking on the CEO Town Hall meeting organized by the Africa Tourism Association, the Chief Executive of the Eswatini Tourism Board, Linda Nzimalo, said her outfit, in conjunction with other relevant state agencies, have put in place the measures to guarantee the safety of its guests.
Protocols of how we handle someone who is infected. What we do is that all hospitality property owners have been advised through our guidelines that they need to make sure that they have an isolation room that is there, so that in an event of a case happening, then they take that person to that isolation room. And then whilst the person is there at the isolation room, they need to call our emergency number 977, so that the health practitioners are going to bring in an emergency vehicle to take care of that tourist. And then from there on, the health of practitioners will take that person through for further screening and testing, and if that person is found to be truly infected with the virus, then they'll go through all the protocols of our health ministry in terms of getting assistance and support in that regard.
A Solidarity Fund to support South African chefs during lockdown as a result of the coronavirus has been initiated. South African media outfit Event Africa, in conjunction with Team Orange Events, have devised innovative ways to keep some jobs alive in the culinary sector with a live stream cooking show. The live stream cooking program has so far raised 180,000 rand for chefs and local food supply chain. With a captive virtual audience of 2,500 followers on YouTube, the live cooking session seems to have brought some relief to chefs, local producers, among other supply chain players in the culinary industry. Here's Lance Gibson, the Managing Director of Event Africa, in an interview with Tourism News Wrap.
Have been very fortunate to be involved in the chefing and the culinary industry with our South African Chef magazine, and we felt the pain of the restaurant owners and restaurateurs, and obviously all the people that those restaurants employ. So we devised this plan to keep our chefs and our restaurant staff working, and we created the Solidarity Fund, where we did a live stream cooking show. Anything between 300 and 500 people cooking with us on the actual night. So it's been great to be able to give back. Over the last 3 episodes, we've managed to put 180,000 rand back into the sector.
International tourist arrivals to South Africa are expected to plummet to a minimum of 40% by the end of 2020. This verdict is contained in the latest report conducted by the country's tourism body, South Africa Tourism. SA Tourism expects 2020 international tourist arrivals to South Africa to decline by at least 40% to 6.1 million for the year. SA Tourism reported a 10.2% decline in total arrivals between January and March 2020 compared to the comprehending period in 2019. Radisson Hotel Group has announced the addition of 6 new hotels to its African portfolio, bringing the total to almost 100 hotels across 32 African markets. The new hotels will be sited in Ghana, Mali, Nigeria, Ethiopia, and 2 in South Africa. Building on the recent announcement of its reinforced African development team structure, the announcement of the 6 new hotels further demonstrates the group's commitment to the continent. Meanwhile, Wayne Troughton, CEO of HTI Consulting, believes the current development in the hotel subsector confirms their works in the latest hotel pipeline report, which saw 15 hotel deals signed by 7 operators in 8 African countries.
In terms of deals that they were busy with but hadn't signed yet. And interesting enough, during this lockdown period, they reported, and this was 7 operators, reported that 15 new hotel deals, they'd signed 15 new hotel deals between March and June, which were represented in 8 African countries. So this is very encouraging to show that, I think, and I've discussed in some of my other sessions that I've had in terms of looking at different presentations. Over this period during the lockdown, we've also had extensive interviews with all our investors on Zoom and catch-up calls. And I think generally, some of them are obviously cautious over the next 3 to 6 months, but the general sentiment doesn't seem to have changed significantly. And I think everybody's realizing with this pandemic, there's different stages of what they've gone through from a pandemic perspective. I think
Air Seychelles, together with the support of key stakeholders, has conducted an exercise to test the new procedures and measures to be implemented at the Seychelles International Airport for passengers ahead of the resumption of commercial flights to Seychelles. As part of the readiness exercise, Air Seychelles conducted a simulation of a flight landing at the Seychelles International Airport with a full load of 168 passengers, including a suspected case of COVID-19 on board. The World Tourism Organization has announced the launch of a new startup competition as it looks to identify inventors with the power to further tourism's contribution to sustainable development. As a United Nations Specialized Agency for Tourism, UNWTO has been guiding the sector's efforts to contribute to the achievement of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, including through the Tourism 4 SDGs online platform. Now, as the global community faces just 10 years to reach this ambitious agenda for people and planet, tourism's unique ability to advance several of the SDGs is more relevant than ever. A Rwandan non-profit tourism organization, Red Rocks Initiative, has launched other agri-based initiatives to support women in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. Red Rocks, which has predominantly engaged women by developing their skills through cultural activities, has shifted focus on agri-based activities to help them withstand the shocks of the pandemic. The founder of Red Rocks Initiative, Greg Bakunzi, wants the agro-based activities to be a major part of the operations.
We have been working very hard to see how can these women that we are working with, all the younger generation, engage in something else that can also generate them income, which is beyond the tourism. So we are now trying to dig down and see how can the agriculture help them while the tourism is really not doing well. But at the same time, we are carrying on some workshops which are related to conservation and tourism development around our region.
British Airways has said it will retire all of its Boeing 747s as it suffers from the sharp travel downturn. The UK airline is the world's largest operator of jumbo jets with 31 in the fleet. Quote, "It is with great sadness that we can confirm we are proposing to retire our entire 747 fleet with immediate effect," a BA spokesperson told the BBC. The Senegal Tourist Promotion Agency is encouraging Senegalese to patronize the country's tourism offering and assets. The country resumed international passenger flight service on 23 July 2020 to resuscitate the ailing tourism economy. Speaking to media after embarking on inspection to selected tourism facilities, the Acting Director General of the Tourism Promotion Agency, Papa Mahawa Diouf, said he was encouraged by the commitment shown by the private sector in uploading and practicing the health safety protocols. He added that Senegal is ready and the destination is safe for travelers and the general public.
Nous avons voulu aujourd'hui aller rencontrer les acteurs au niveau de Dakar pour voir comment justement dans un contexte de réouverture de la frontière, après une semaine, ça fonctionne véritablement dans tous les hôtels. Et dans tous les restaurants où nous sommes allés, nous avons vu un secteur privé, hôtelier et de la restauration et touristique en général à pied d'œuvre pour remettre en marche la machine et dans des conditions de sécurité et de sûreté, et notamment pour des questions sanitaires.
There's more news on www.voyageafrique.com and all our social media platforms. My name is Jason Amu.